Tips for soil sampling and analysis. Soil stores water that is used to maintain plant growth between rainfall or irrigation events. To perform a proper soil-water balance with the aquacrop model, you need to know information about the hydraulic properties of each soil horizon within the soil profile. Particularly, these physical parameters are required to simulate the retention and movement of water and salts in the soil profile. The parameters needed are the soil water content at wilting point, field capacity and saturation, and the saturated hydraulic conductivity. This information can be measured in the field or the laboratory, or you can use indicative values or pedotransfer functions to derive them from mainly soil textural information. Therefore, one needs to know or to determine the soil texture through soil sampling and analysis. In this video training, we present a guide for soil sampling and analysis to meet the information demand of the aquacrop model about soil properties. The main goal of soil sampling is to determine average soil water properties for the target field. This information will be obtained by samples taken from specific points following a particular design or criteria. We recommend using a random sampling design, generating one composite sample for the entire field. Samples will be collected from locations that are randomly distributed across the field. The number of sampling sites is conditioned mainly by the field area. Care should be taken to avoid sampling in areas close to trees, roads, paths, and fence lines. All samples should be combined in the field to form a single composite sample to be sent to the laboratory for analysis. First, you need some basic equipment. You can use a digging implement like a sharp shovel or an auger or probe. The implement most appropriate for sampling depends on the soil conditions. For example, in stony or wet soils, an auger or shovel will work better than a tube-type soil probe. In most cases, a shovel is the best option, since it's easily available. Other equipment needed are bags, a marker, etc. It is important to seek clean sampling equipment before soil sampling. Here we will show how to take a sample with the shovel. The first step is to ensure that we will take a sample at the same depth in all the points, in this case for 0 to 20 centimeters. Therefore, we should mark the 20 centimeters plus around an additional 3 centimeters on the shovel to take into account the shovel inclination. To begin sampling, we should insert the shovel into the ground 20 centimeters deep, making a V-cut. Then we would lift out the shovel full of soil. With a knife, a trowel, or even by hand, if the soil is soft, remove the top and both sides of the slice on the shovel, leaving a narrow central strip. It is important to collect the same amount of soil from all sampling points and depths, so that the composite sample is not biased. At the same time, the subsamples should be small enough to facilitate mixing. Then place the strip of mixed soil in a clean bag, which should be clearly labeled. During the soil sampling, some data should be recorded in the field worksheets. This information refers to the sample number and codes, and the sampling depth. Also, all pertinent field observations should be recorded before leaving the site. Samples should be quickly analyzed to avoid any deterioration. The soil samples will be sent to the laboratory to analyze the particle size distribution, organic matter content, and electrical conductivity for each horizon. Most of the soil water characteristics will be derived from these parameters using pedotransfer functions. To carry out these estimations, you can use the hydraulic properties calculator, developed by the USDA Agricultural Research Service in cooperation with the Washington State University. The soil hydraulic properties derived will be important inputs of the AquaCrop model.